Dragonflight is finally here, and with a new revamped UI you won't need that many add-ons anymore as in previous expansions, especially not for the minimap or bags or bars or the cast bar or even the unit frames. But there are still quite a lot of useful minor add-ons that will help you out, so let's go over all of them. But before we begin, this video is sponsored by Outplayed. Outplayed records your gameplay automatically, saving time and storage space. You select what it should record your entire session if you want to record some nice landscapes in Northrend, or keep track of your leveling and raiding and PvP, or just capture when you activate it. It also has a bunch of hotkeys that help you bookmark moments or take screenshots that you want to find faster in the timeline if you got a cool kill in PvP or clear the raid and you want to keep the boss skill saved, so you can easily edit videos and trim clips to send them to your friends on Discord or upload them onto Reddit or YouTube. It supports over 300 games, so try it out now for free using the link in the description. Alright, so let's get into all of them. All the things tracks everything that you acquired and helps you find out what else you are missing, including everything like transmog, mounts, pets, achievements, and shows you when hovering over an NPC what you are missing from them, and shows you where you got all the items you have in your bags. Altoholic keeps track of all your characters and you can see them all at a glance, including their gold and items and total time played or professions. Auctionator makes buying and selling stuff at the auction house faster and easier, and shows you how much items are worth at the auction house on their tooltip, as well as how much it costs you to craft items with professions if you were to buy all the materials from the auction house. You don't really need anything for the bars anymore since you can easily move them with the new default UI and Dominos doesn't work anymore, but if you want an add-on, you can use Bartender 4 for more control and more features like having bars hidden unless you mouse over them, and you can also use Mask for skins for the buttons. And speaking of the buttons, if you want them to be more HD, get Clean Icons Mechagnome Edition. It AI upscales all abilities and item icons in the game to make them look a lot more higher quality and less pixelated. Broker Money Fu keeps track of all your gold across every character with a button on the minimap. You will need details to keep track of your damage and healing, especially in raids and Mythic Plus dungeons when they get released, so you know who to blame for wiping, as well as deadly boss mods for when the raids come out, so you know not to sit in the fire. Deja Character Stats lets you customize the attributes and all the stats better and gives you more freedom of what you want to see there. Gladius is good for arenas to keep track of your enemy's stats and trinkets. Handy Notes shows you the treasures and rares on the map, as well as every important thing you can find like the dragon glyphs, so it's super useful to have. And Silver Dragon keeps track of the rares too, and also gives you a warning when one spawns nearby and shows you what rares you are missing for achievements. This is very important, especially for the glyphs. You will need to get those early, and this helps a lot to find them. KUI gives you better nameplates and helps you keep track of the enemy health and your dots on them a lot easier. It works for enemies and allies nameplates too. Leatrix Plus gives you a lot of quality of life features like automatically selling junk or auto repairing, better wardrobe for transmog, and a ton more settings you can play around with. I used to use LUI for years, especially for the unit frames since they were my favorite unit frames in the game, but it is currently not fully working properly, so I'm using the default frames for now until LUI gets fixed. But if you want more customizable unit frames, I recommend shadowed unit frames, but I quite like the new Blizzard ones for now. Mapster lets you customize the map, make it larger or smaller, shows you coordinates and lets you clear the fog to reveal it if you haven't explored the zones yet. Mix Scrolling Battle Text shows you exactly how much damage you do with each spell, so you can keep track of how much damage you do with everything easier. Mouse over action bars lets you make action bars show only when you mouse over them without needing a full button add-on like Bartender, and it also lets you move the micro menu, the back bar, and the dungeon finder eye icon, so you can move it up there to the minimap again. Narcissus helps your ego with nice options for screenshots, as well as cleaner interface for the achievement frame, and shows you the talents of people you are inspecting better, and lets you save looks for yourself or for your dragons at the barbershop. Opie gives you cool rings that you can activate with custom key bindings, and you can add whatever you want on them. I have a couple for mounts. Pawn shows you what items are upgrades for you and how much better they are compared to what you currently have equipped. Pet Tracker shows you the pets you are missing on the map. Rider.io shows you Mythic Plus scores and raid progress, and the chances you have to never get invited in groups if it's too low. Rarity keeps track of rare mounts and how many attempts you have on them, and how lucky or unlucky you are. Rematch offers a new interface for pet battles that helps you store teams easier and search for pets faster. Storyline changes the quest to feel more like an RPG. Titan panel has a lot of options, but I just like keeping the XP per hour on up for when I'm leveling to see how fast I am leveling. TomTom helps you with waypoints to coordinates. You type way and the numbers and it gives you an arrow and the time it will take you to get there, and you can see it on the map as well. Total RP3 is for Goldshire, and World Quest Tracker will help you at level 70 to see all the world quests at a glance instead of going in each zone and checking them one by one. And that's about it. If you have other suggestions for add-ons that you should use, leave them in the comments. A lot of people also use weak auras to help them with their rotation, but I don't really need it and it's a bit complicated to set up. Or there's also Elf UI if you want an add-on that completely changes your UI, like LUI does, but they're not fully updated yet. So there are definitely more options. You can find all of them on CurseForge, and they will be auto-updated from there with every new release. I hope this helped you. Enjoy the new expansion. Hopefully it's better than the last two. This dragon riding is super fun and the new zones are beautiful. And thanks for watching.